Remy, come here. Sorry if you hear all of that. Life update. I got a cat. His name is Remy. Let me go grab him. This is Remy. He's very energetic, but he's a really sweet boy, and I love him. I have my coffee. I'm ready to go. But yeah, so today is Tuesday. We went and picked him up on Saturday. He was actually Jackson's cousin's cat, but she was needing to give him away. So I was like, Jackson, like, this is the perfect opportunity to get a cat because I've been wanting one for so long. So yeah, I love him. He's been great. Anyway, so that's honestly been the biggest thing this week. Yeah, that was on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we went to church. Jackson and I ended up serving. So we like sit through the first service, and then during the second one, I go into the little babies room and I'm like, I help with the babies. And I love doing that. It's so much fun. And then Jackson teaches the 4th and 5th graders. So yeah, it's been really fun. He is actually on staff at the church that we go to as like, it's a little bit complicated, but basically he's the second youth pastor, I guess. To simplify it, he's basically the second youth pastor and he loves it. So that means he works like Sunday through Thursday from like 9 to 5 every day. Not on Sundays. On Sundays it's like 7:30 to 2:30. But then like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's like 9 to 5. And then he has Friday and Saturdays off. He has been absolutely loving that. Obviously, Wednesday night is youth night or youth groups. Wednesdays are like their busiest days. But yeah, he's been loving it. It's been really fun watching like how much he enjoys it. He loves like all the people that he works with. And yeah, it's just been really great. And then for me, I'm still doing my cleaning business. Honestly, this week has been pretty slow. Like I had to clean yesterday. And then I don't have another clean until Friday. So like I'm off until Friday, which is really nice. I've been able to like sleep in and actually like relax. During like the day, like during the time that I don't have actual like in-person cleans, I'm most of the time doing computer work. So like sending invoices and like updating stuff, like all of that type of stuff. And like I love it. It's like a little bit of both, like being able to work from home but then also like go in person. I really love that. But yeah, it's been like today I just have been lollygagging basically. No, but actually me and Jackson tend to be like go about like everything. Like we like having plans and like we like having places to be and like all that stuff, and it's like really nice. Like I love doing that. But there's also times where like I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling burnt out. So like this week has been nice just to like be able to slow down. Back to Sunday. Church was really good. The sermon was really good. So I'm just gonna like read some of the notes that I wrote down. The title is called Not Here. And we were in Psalm 120. So I'm actually gonna start with reading that. He's like trying to get under the rug. I'm going to read Psalm 120. It's 7 verses. I call on the Lord in my distress, and he answers me. Save me, Lord, from lying lips and from deceitful tongues. What will he do to you, and what more besides you deceitful... Sorry about that. What will he do to you, and what more besides you deceitful tongue? He will punish you with a warrior's sharp arrows, with burning coals of the broom bush. Woe to me that I dwell in Meshech, that I live among the tents of Kedar. Too long have I lived among those who hate peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. I really like the verse 1. It says, I call on the Lord in my distress, and he answers me. And I also like the verse 6. It says, too long have I lived among those who hate peace. For example, sometimes I need to take a break from social media just because it's like just so much like noise from like everywhere, and it just can feel really overwhelming. So like knowing where you need to like step back, or like with friends, like to drop these friends or to set boundaries with people. Like it's like all of these different things that I have needed to become more aware of, just because like the verse literally says, "Too long have I lived among those who hate peace." And like, for my mental health and like to be the best version of myself, I need to drop certain people or take breaks from social media or just cancel plans just because I need to take a break. I need to prioritize like my health and my mental health. I don't know like how to word this. I need to know my boundaries, I guess. Or like, and like what is too much for me. One thing that me and Jackson have been learning is like, it is okay for us to stay in. It is okay for us to like go on dates and it just be us. Like, it's okay. Like, yes, it's great to go out with friends and it's great to like invite people over to our house, but also we have had to set boundaries with family and with friends whenever like we just need time for us. So that kind of like goes along with the verse. One of the things that the pastor said was, when you vent about something without God, you begin to invent things in your head. So like, you start creating scenarios or situations that didn't even happen. So like, sometimes I struggle with talking to other people about other people, and like, as I'm talking, I'll even realize like, oh my gosh, wait, that didn't even happen, or like, they didn't even say it like that, or like whatever it is. Like, I start creating things that didn't even happen. So I've also been having to like be very intentional about that, like who I go to and like who I open up to about certain things. A lot of the time I have to tell myself, okay, like don't talk to blah 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 about this situation that doesn't even like concern them. Or like, I've been having to really try my best to keep things between me and Jackson, and like only between me and Jackson, because like all my friends don't need to know about like my business, you know what I mean? There's some things that I definitely do tell other people, but for the most part I've had to be very intentional with just keeping things between me and Jackson, just because I don't want to just start gossiping about other people. Because at the end of the day, whenever I do that, like, I never feel any better. If anything, I just feel worse. So I've definitely struggled with that even still, but I've just been trying to like do better about that. Also, like, we go through like highs and lows, like everyone does. But one of the things the pastor also said was, don't just look for God in the high, but look for him in the low too. If anything, we need God whenever we feel the worst, whenever we're going through the hardest times. But a lot of the time, that's where we push him away, or at least for me, that's when I push him away the most. I stop reading my Bible. I stop praying whenever I like am going through something, because I'm just like so obsessed with myself, I guess. Like, I'm just so like frustrated or whatever it is, like I'm just like sulking, and I tend to just shut down from everything. But I've also like been trying to do that, like go to God. Like, if anything, that's when we need him the most. He also said, if we only praise when life feels perfect, we will never be able to praise him. And that is so true. Like, I really liked that. Praise him whenever, even whenever you are feeling the best, going through life, nothing wrong is happening, whatever, like that is also when you can praise him. But then you can also be praising him whenever you're struggling, whenever you're going through a hard time, just doing it like during the high and the low. I also wrote down Psalm 120 verse 1. It says, I call on the Lord in my distress and he answers me. Another thing that he said was, both steps are ordered by the Lord. So like, you go, one foot is going up, but then the other foot can be like going down. So like, you can be going through a really great time in your life, but also be still struggling with something. But both steps are ordered by the Lord. So like, I literally drew like a step, and then like I envisioned myself one foot here and one foot here, but both are ordered by the Lord, no matter what you're going through. So I said like, one foot can be way up and the other foot can be weighed down, but they're both ordered by the Lord. Something that stood out to me was, the Lord blesses me every moment. So think seconds, not seasons. Like, I keep on saying like that I love the season of life that I'm in, but I could also be saying I love like this second. So like, look for God in every moment. Don't just look for God in the seasons that you're in, if that makes sense. He also talked about briefly 1 John 5:14. Also, I just wanted to say that I love like doing these types of videos, because one, I love being able to like look back on like my past like on the past and like be able to rewatch things, and like I just love being able to capture these moments. I've been really trying to be intentional with sharing the gospel, so I just thought like this is just such a perfect way to be able to do that. And also another thing, it helps me be like, making these videos is honestly a way of like accountability for me, because like it kind of forces me to read the Bible during the days that I don't want to. So yeah, I just wanted to say like thank you for being here. 1 John 5:14 says, "This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us." So one of the things that I wrote down was that even if you're praying for something or about something and you don't get an answer right away, he still hears you. He hears you like in everything that you say. He's not ignoring you. I put, maybe he's teaching me things I'll appreciate even when I'm going through a hard time and praying like, God, like please, like let this end, like make this end. I've like kind of switched my mindset of like, okay, like during the hardest times, looking back, like that's when I like grew my faith the most. So like maybe he's trying to teach you something even though you're going through a hard time. And even if you're not going through a hard time, like he's teaching you things every day. He's teaching you things all the time. Most of the time I don't even realize it at first, but then like being able to just look back and like think to myself, wow, like God really provided in this way, or wow, God was actually there for me and I like didn't even realize it in the moment. So I like made sure to make it really big, but I said just because the answer hasn't come yet doesn't mean he didn't send it yet. So like he hears our words, and if he doesn't answer your prayer in the way that you thought he would, maybe it's always like for our good, whatever it is. Even if it's not what we want or what we expected, he always has bigger plans for us and like better ways, even if it's not our plan or what we thought it would be. So trust that what he hasn't answered yet, he's holding it. So whatever it is, maybe he hasn't sent it yet, but he's holding it. So another thing that I put that I was just talking about, he uses problems to answer prayers. So like for me, I was going through a really hard time last year, just like with my family and like with like trying to figure out what I want to do. I was a senior in high school, like about to graduate, and it was like do I want to go to college? Like I was also in a relationship with Jackson, and we were talking about like getting married, and we were just like, it was just like a really hard time for me because I was just like, I don't know like what my life, like what I want, and like I was kind of running out of time, I guess, like if I wanted to go to college or not. Like everyone else my age is in college right now, so it was just like so much pressure on me, and I was just really struggling. But I was able to move out literally the day after I turned 18. I was able to move out. I started my business last year and it has grown, so like I was able to move out. So God provided like a home for me. He provided a job for me, like an income. And then like I was also able to do college classes online while working, while I was moved out. And then we also were able to get married and then move into this apartment all like within 1 year. And it was just like, I like could not imagine my life like what it is right now, looking back like a year ago. Like it's just like, wow, like he really hears our prayers and he really answers us, and he really provides in ways like we could not have ever imagined. Even with Jax, the job that he was offered, like it's just been one thing after another, and it's like God is truly so good, and like I'm just so thankful. What I was trying to say was that during the hardest times, like he was providing a way, like he was making a way for me, and I had no idea. So yeah, he is good even whenever it doesn't feel like it. God is still good, and I've been really trying to like be intentional with looking for the good every single day. So like today, I love making this video. Like this is a highlight of my day. I have a really great coffee. That's another highlight of my day. I have a cat that I get to take care of. Like it's just like one thing after another. So yeah, I'm just like really thankful, and I really hope that you learned something from this. I definitely have learned a lot just from like this one sermon. Again, thank you for watching, and if you guys have any prayer requests, just let me know and I would be happy to pray for you. me and Remy say bye.